Starts now.
We begin tonight with allegations of abuse at the Richmond jail. That's where a group of human rights advocates joined with an attorney today criticizing officers for allegedly deploying tear gas on inmates inside the jail.
And now that group is gearing up to file a lawsuit. New at 11, Brent Solomon is live at the jail tonight. He joins us now. And Brent, these allegations just being brought to light, when did this allegedly occur?
Well, Kurt, they say it happened not once but twice right here at the Richmond City Jail in August and again in September. All of this happening at the height of recent protests. And tonight, tear gas isn't the only issue that they're finding fault with.
Suddenly you can't breathe. You cry for help. No one shows up. In that moment, you think you're going to die.
They're reading messages from inmates who feel they can't speak for themselves.
Imagine a night spent in jail for speeding, ending in near-death experiences. We are still humans here.
Gathered outside of the Richmond jail Thursday, human rights advocates joined attorney Connor Bleakley calling for action. They say it all started when protests were happening outside of the jail earlier this year. That's when officers inside allegedly told inmates to go back to their jail cells. Some of them did not.
The refusal to go into their cells should not be construed as something that was violent. There was no prison riot here.
Bleakley says a few inmates stayed outside of their cells because they were concerned about whether the jail was properly separating inmates who had COVID-19.
At that point, the cells had already been locked, that those who were outside could not get back in. So they went and stood next to their cells because they couldn't get back in. At that point is when correctional officers, from what I've been told, slipped in tear gas through the vents in the doors and really just let the place fill up with tear gas.
He says even inmates who did go back to their cells were subjected to it.
That using a chemical that is meant for the outdoors, inside, where there's no ventilation, where a person can't get fresh air, where the chemical cannot spread out and dissipate, is going to be dangerous for the people involved.
Just because we are locked in a cell which mimics a cage doesn't mean that we are animals.
All right, let's go ahead and take you back live now. I spoke with the sheriff about all of this tonight. When it comes to the tear gas complaints, she respectfully says she cannot comment since that attorney plans to take this matter to court. When it comes to coronavirus, however, the sheriff told me the jail is following CDC guidelines and separating those who test positive and even quarantining those who may have been exposed to the virus. We'll continue to follow all of this closely for you, but for now, we're live in Richmond on your side live tonight. Brent Solomon, NBC 12.
Thanks, Brent. Turning now to a